Okay. Here we go. Oh my god. Guys, this is exciting. I'm recording this episode and my guest just knocked on the door. I'm very excited. He's fashionably late. Wow. This is exciting. Wow. Okay. He's here. I'm nervous. Wow. He's walking up He's breathing very heavily. Wow, he's arrived. Okay, wait over here. Just wait over here, please. Catch your breath. Guys, just have a seat. Don't talk for now. Okay. Welcome to another episode of Resting Bitch with me, Macofsky. I'm just gonna talk for a little bit and then introduce my guest. He is very out of breath. He is late, and I accept him for that. I'm just very happy to have him on, so we'll get to that in a second. If you could just calm down on the breathing, it's really distracting. I have my podcast producer's Jewel with me because I made the mistake. Here's the thing. Here's what happened. My guest is going to find this out, and I'm not ashamed, but I'm not proud of this. As you all know, I lost my fanny pack on December 8th, 2019 at the Los Angeles International Airport, LAX, flight 445 American Airlines. 8:30 in the morning flight, got delayed by an hour. I don't know where my bag is. If anyone has seen my bag, please give it back to me. But in my bag was my wallet, my money, my ID, everything. And here's the thing, you can't buy Jewel Pods without a fucking ID, okay? But there's a liquor store by my house that doesn't really ID. I also look 40. But if you go to like 7-Eleven or Walgreens, they have to scan your ID. At this liquor store, they don't give a fuck, okay? They're chill. We gotta chill. Wow. My Anthony, the podcast producer, who famously showed Annie's tits in her podcast he doesn't know how that happened, but it did happen. Luckily, I don't show my tits on this podcast. This is a family-friendly podcast that I run over here. However, his music just started playing on his phone as if we weren't recording a podcast with a very important guest in the room who thinks that I'm doing well in my career, and now he knows that my podcast producer just listens to music while recording my podcast. Anyway, I went to the sketchy liquor store. Are you Instagramming this? No? Okay. Shh. Calm down. So I went to this liquor store, and I thought it would be a cool move to buy Rolly cigarettes, buy some loose tobacco and roll my own cigarettes like a poor person. But keep in mind, I just lost all my money. Not all my money, I'm fine. I just got my lashes done, so I'm doing well financially, okay? I can't buy a home, but I can buy new lashes. I don't even need lashes. That's how well I'm doing financially. I'm not doing well. I really need my bag back. But anyway, my eyes are all fucked up from the fake eyelashes I got. They're all red. I don't know if you can see it, but I have sensitive eyes. Anyway, I bought Rolly cigarettes. I don't even know how to roll cigarettes. But I don't have pods for my Jewel, so it's nice to have my podcast producer's Jewel. Anyway, that's a little update on my life. I had a boring week, okay? Nothing exciting happened except for these new lashes. I want to get a tattoo. I didn't get one, but I'm thinking about it. What else happened this week? Not much, really. I guess I'll get into it with my guest. We'll discuss my week, see if he has any week events that have happened. Guys, I'm very excited to have... Don't take offense to this, okay? I call my guests dummies, dum-dums. I think you fit into that category. I think you'd allow yourself to be in that category. Guys, I know that you're not here, but please make a warm welcome for today's guest, Larry Macofsky, my father. Woo!
Hello.
This is my dad.
Oh, so exciting.
You have to talk into this part. See that little toast? That piece
right
of
there,
toast?
that little.
Yeah, you want to talk into that part.
Hello.
Okay, great. You are doing great.
All right.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay.
Just a little out of breath.
Yeah, you're still out of breath.
I'm not used to all these steps and hills. I'm from Long Beach. We don't.
You had to talk into the mic.
All right. Don't push my arm.
Okay, well, I just.
I can.
Okay.
I have ears. Anyway, I'm not used to this.
He's not used to all the lights and the camera and the action.
No, this is very exciting stuff. And by the way, you were talking about rolling. You don't know how to roll cigarettes?
My dad my dad loves to retell the stories of his youth and his glory days of being a big weed smoker.
Okay.
Big marijuana smoker. And he always goes, I used to roll the tightest doobies. They were so skinny. People would make fun of me, but they were so tight. Right?
That wasn't me. Well, that wasn't me. No.
Yeah, you said that you would always roll.
I'm telling you what a dum-dum. No.
Oh, you're a dum-dum.
I'm a dum-dum.
Okay, tell your dum-dum
I would roll my joints, and it looked like a pregnant taquito.
Oh. Wait, then who was the one who rolled the tightest ones? I thought that was you.
God, let him rest in peace.
Oh, no.
Gary.
Well, don't say the last name. What about his family?
Okay,
Have some respect, Anthony.
Okay,
we gotta blurp the name out. So just he's not gonna. He showed my friends. So I'm the one who found Anthony. Okay.
Okay.
I'd like to think that I found Anthony found me, but I like to think that I found Anthony. He's like my rescue dog. You know, it's like who found who. Anyway, Anthony has been producing my podcast, and then this girl Annie Letterman. I don't know if you know her.
No.
Yeah, I like that attitude. So my friend Annie decided she would take my man's, Anthony, and do her own podcast. And Annie, you'd like Annie. She's kind of a wild card. She's a fun one. You know, that's why I like her. She's fun. Okay. She keeps it interesting. She showed her tits on the podcast, and she wanted Anthony to, you know, obviously crop it out.
No, I'd say leave it in.
Okay, Dad says leave it in.
Leave it in.
So does Anthony, apparently. So on her podcast,
You caught my attention when you said.
I know. I have to keep you engaged. Yes, of course. My dad is a pervert. It's different though, because so am I, but I'm a girl. So and you're my dad, so it's just gross, and we can't talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. No. But I just want you guys to know that that's the dynamic of this daughter-father situation. It's uncomfortable. My dad is a pervert. It's true. It's disgusting.
I am kind of.
Yeah, it's gross. Anyway, so Anthony left that in for 527 people watched the YouTube before he realized that he had fucked up. Oh. But luckily, that's not the type of program I have. But anyway, yeah. So what about your weed smoking?
Oh, no. All I was saying is that I had a friend. His name was Gary.
Beep.
But they made the best pastrami sandwiches. Anyway,
wait, your friend made the best pastrami sandwiches?
You're not getting it. I can't say his last name, but.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Don't say anything.
Okay.
I know. Don't say anything.
Anyway.
My dad's trying to name drop on my podcast. That's so crazy.
Well, anyway, we would laugh because there was probably 2-3 flakes of weed in his joints. It was like,
because he would mix it with tobacco,
and the whole thing would just be poof. It would be gone in 2 seconds.
Because it was too small?
It was
skinny?
No weed. It was like he was thinking he was generous.
But that's doing his Rodney. Hey. I get no respect.
Hey, not at all. You know what I mean?
That's good.
I know it is.
That's good.
You were an ugly kid too, you know?
Take your glasses off.
I thought you wanted me to wear them.
I wanted to wear them because my eyes are red.
Oh.
Do you think my eyelashes look nice?
I can't see now. I don't have any glasses on.
We'll put on those
are
ones.
Prescription.
Oh, you have bad. Oh my God, I can't wear these. I'm going to go.
Oh, okay.
Do you think they look nice?
Yeah, they look
the
beautiful.
Lashes? You should get lashes.
Yeah, your eyes look a little bloodshot.
They're so red.
I know.
It's bad.
You smoking?
No, that's my eyes are so sensitive.
Okay.
So you used to smoke a lot of weed. You don't really smoke weed anymore though.
No.
But sometimes, well, you told me I don't know if I can mention this. I'm going to just say the word and then you tell me if we can go there.
Go ahead.
You don't mind?
Not at all. I'm not
but
ashamed.
what if, just say, like, because you just have to think, I think me and you have this in common. We don't think long term. We're very impulsive. We just say what we think in the moment, and it can kind of backfire.
I would go public with
But I'm
this
saying,
anyway.
what if I get, what if, I mean, this would never, but like, what if this is like the next Joe Rogan experience where like millions of people listen? You don't mind that I'm putting you on blast?
Not at all.
Okay. My dad told me, he revealed not that long ago, we were talking about drugs and partying and stuff like that. And he goes, a couple of weeks ago, I did cocaine.
Oh, now that I'm not.
That's
I'm
what I
talking
just
about
whispered
long time,
to you.
I'm talking about a long time ago I did.
Okay,
so
you don't want to talk about the recent time.
Well, I mean, it was just, I don't know.
That's so crazy.
I know. I mean, a 60-year-old man.
Yeah, it's weird. And then you know what he said? My dad is so psychotic. He goes, yeah, it was so fun. I thought maybe I can make some money off this and buy a big amount and then start selling it. Like my dad's trying to be Breaking Bad, like the Walter White of Long Beach.
I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, you would never do science and make it on your own, but you definitely try and make money from it. My dad lives the trap life. You live the trap. You have roommates.
One.
You used to have two. That's like trap life.
Well, I'm single. I was bored. I just.
Are you trying to put it out there?
Well,
maybe I have some older lady listeners. Let them know what's up.
Well, I'm not.
He's 60. He's single.
Well, I wouldn't say single.
What are your hobbies?
What are my hobbies right now? Probably watching westerns and.
Yeah, you've been really into old
smoking
westerns.
Cigars.
How many cigars are you smoking nowadays a day?
Tell you.
Yeah,
probably about 3 to 5.
Yeah. I mean, I'm smoking the Juul, but cigars are because when I tell people that my dad smokes cigars, they're like, people think I come from money. I guess I have the vibe of like coming from money. I think I'm just entitled. We don't come from money, really. It's not like we were living paycheck to paycheck. I never felt scared about where we were living or anything.
Yeah, but for some people, they might think we come from money.
Yeah, but we don't.
Well, to some people, we do.
Sure, but I'm just saying, not some people this, some people that. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, we're like a ghetto Kardashian. We're like union blue collar We're the blue collar Kardashians. Yeah. Blue collar Kardashian. But what was I saying? Oh, I smoke this a lot. But when I tell people that my dad smokes cigars, they're like, whoa, fancy. And I'm like, no, he chain smokes cigars. There's a difference. Like if you smoke like a cigar on a golf course, it's like, that's fancy. That's like a baller energy. But yours is kind of sad.
Yeah.
But you used to smoke cigarettes like you were chiefing.
Yeah, I think I was almost to 3 packs a day. I was almost at 3 packs a day with my cigarettes.
That's crazy. And you were like, and you're old, so you were smoking cigs indoors. Did you ever smoke cigarettes on flights? Like, do you have any memories of smoking on airplanes?
I think when I was younger, I went to Israel when I was 17.
You're canceled.
And I think there was a section of the plane that was a smoking.
But how does that work? Because it's a tight space. So it's like, even if there's a section, it's like, that's so strong. I sometimes try and Juul on the plane. And by sometimes, I mean every time I'm on a plane, I try and Juul. I get so nervous.
Well, you go in the bathroom, right? You don't just do it.
No, and I do it at my seat. I put it in my sleeve and I just go like this.
Really? All just James Bond style?
Yeah, but I get nervous because the pressure of the plane, sometimes it makes these things not explode, but a lot of smoke will just like come out and kind of explode. So it's dangerous.
I
like to consider myself a bit of a rebel without a cause.
Or an
with
addict.
A cause to joy. Yeah, absolutely an addict. And I get that from you. I get my best qualities from you. Do you think I'm gonna get fat when I'm older?
Well, if you're anything like me, you probably will.
Yeah. What age do you think? Because you used to be kind of a smoke show. Speaking of smoking, you used to be like skinny and like, I think you're still handsome, but you used to be with it.
Yeah.
Were you pretty popular back in the day?
I was.
Were you like a catch? Were like the ladies into it, or were you kind of a goofball?
I was the guy. I wasn't a jock, even though I had the
athletic.
potential.
Yeah,
I had the potential, but I was always hanging out with the stoners. So it was always like, hey, dude, let's go, check out the women and all that. And then we would just never do it. We'd just be so stoned that we'd just go home.
Yeah. I have a funny stoned memory that you're a part of. I tried to really be a stoner because people thought that that's who I was. Like, that was the vibe I was putting out. And so I tried to like lean into that lifestyle, but it was just never for me. Like, I always got way too high. But I think back when you were smoking weed, you weren't really smoking weed. Like, nowadays, weed is like crazy.
Well, it's a lot stronger
it's
now.
The chronic.
However, but
you guys were also doing like other crazy drugs, like
yeah. I don't know if you want to get into
No,
that.
I don't want to get too into it, really. But what's that? What was that one drug that's in The Wolf of Wall Street? Those one pills, Quaaludes.
Oh, the Quaaludes. Yeah, those were great.
Yeah.
Man, I wish they'd bring those back.
I mean, now, but they do have them. It's just I'm sure that it's just a different name, like whatever stuff you take for your back.
That name,
your back problems.
Why are you talking? I thought. Oh, it's
no. I'm talking into right here.
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah, you have it.
All right, good. It's just weird having this thing right in my face.
I know. Well, once we get more money, once we get more views, more money, more ad revenue streams like that, we'll start to ball out on the budget. But it works for now.
Okay,
cool. They're getting what they're paying for, which is nothing.
Okay.
So there's no pressure. But
well, you can put in donations, I'm sure.
Yeah, donate. I don't know how. I mean, you could Venmo me.
Yeah.
That's not going to the podcast for sure. If you're Venmoing me, that's just going to these lashes. If you like the lashes, Venmo is where people do drug deals online.
Oh.
It's just you can just transfer money quickly through there.
No.
Yeah, but my Venmo is just my name. If you guys were wondering, I'm not pushing, but if you're wondering, it's Ali Macofsky, ALIMACOFSKY.
Get back to weed.
I mean, you seem to. I was just I get way too high when I smoke, but I was smoking a different weed than what you were smoking in your heyday.
And you don't smoke. You weren't smoking as much as we were back in the 70s.
But I was really trying. In high school, I was really trying. Like, I was hanging out with the stoners. I was trying to smoke. But there was one memory that I'm thinking of where I was at my friend Seth's house. And Seth, I don't know where he's at now. I hope he's thriving and doing well. He was the coolest dude.
Yeah.
No, you don't remember Seth.
Oh, it's somebody else. Okay.
You don't remember Seth.
I'm terrible with names.
Yeah. You don't remember, like, my closest friend. There's no way you're going to remember who Seth was. But Seth had... This is kind of sad.
What?
Seth had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, that cancer.
Yeah, that they have advertised on the TV all the time.
I don't know if they're advertising the cancer.
You have non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, he had like this cancer, and so he was allowed to just be like blazed at school.
He was using a lot of Roundup.
But I think I wanna just put out the good vibes that he is doing fine. I hope he is. If anyone wants, there's some people who.
Seth, if you're listening, give us a call.
Give us a call.
Yeah, give her a call.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't know who it is. So.
You wouldn't know. But anyway, Seth was the biggest stoner at school.
Cool.
And he was so nice, so cool, and I would hang out with him. And there was one night that you and my former stepmom, Leanna, you guys were going to a party.
Okay.
And I was your driver. I was your designated driver.
Right.
But Seth hit me up like 2 hours before I was supposed to drive you guys, and he's like, want to hang out. And I know that if I'm hanging out with Seth, there's going to be weed. But in my head, I'm like, I don't need to smoke to be around Seth. Like, I'm fine.
Probably get a high just
being around. Yeah. And so I get to Seth's place. At this point, I have like an hour and a half until I have to pick you up. Everyone's smoking. They're like, Allie, do you want to smoke? And I'm like, no, I can't. And then they're like, okay. And then they ask me one more time, and I'm like, fine, if you insist, okay. And I smoke, and we smoked out of a bong.
Right.
And they had put, weed in the thing, and they passed it to me, and I cleared the whole thing. And they were like, we were going to pass that around a couple times. But I don't know how to just smoke a little bit. I cleared the whole thing, and I immediately... am the highest I've ever been in my whole life. Like, just thinking about it makes my mouth dry.
Right.
I was so high. I think I'm dying. Every time I smoke weed, I think I'm dying.
And you picked us up?
No.
Oh.
And I look at the clock and it all hits me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be picking you up. And you call me. There's like 30 minutes until I'm supposed to pick you up. You call me.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I'm like thinking that I'm dying. So they're giving me milk. Everyone thinks that milk gets you less high. It does not. There's nothing that gets you less high except for not smoking. So I'm like chugging this milk. I'm lactose intolerant. I'm going to shit my pants. And they're giving me granola bars, the driest fucking snack you can have. And I'm just like, ugh! Like I feel every grain going down my throat. I'm like, ugh! Just so dry. And you call me and I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, Dad, I did something really bad. And you're like, did you crash your car? And I go, no, I got high. And you're like, so can you pick me up? And I was like, no, I need you to pick me up. And you're like, are you kidding me? So you come and you pick me up. And the first thing you ask is, did you cough? I think I'm dying. And you're like, but did you cough? And I was like, no. And you're like, that's my girl.
I think I remember that.
Yeah. And you were like, what'd you smoke out of? And I was like, a bong. And I'm just like so high and out of my mind. And you dropped me off at home. And I watched, I slept for 13 hours that night. And I looked on YouTube. I said videos to watch when you're high. And it was just this video of all these lines like moving. And I was like, it all makes sense, man. And in that moment, it did all make sense. And
sounds like you had some pretty strong stuff.
I just get way too high. I never have a good time smoking weed.
The one time I did angel dust, and I don't suggest you doing this. But it was one of those.
Just one time?
Just
I don't
one
picture
time.
you just doing something once.
I did it once, and that was it. Because, man, it just took me down for
set the tone. Where were you?
Well,
how old were you?
In our neighborhood, I was probably around 19. No, probably younger. And again, my memory is so shot because I grew up in the 70s. So my memory from back then isn't that good. But we were at a neighbor's house, and a friend of mine at school had given me this joint, and he told me what it was, but I had no idea what it was.
It was a special joint.
Yeah, it was a special joint. So I ended up going to a neighbor's house with a few of my good friends. We were on their tennis court. So, kind of going back, we were kind of, somebody had a tennis court.
That's pretty poppin'.
Well,
you were like, here's the thing, just to get back to our socioeconomic status.
Yeah.
We could have been something.
We could have
been something.
Yeah, we could have.
Like, I feel like you and Mom's more your family, like, you had the potential to be popping off right now.
Yeah.
I feel like we're like,
but I was smoking
like
too
our
much
distant,
weed.
like my distant family members, like aunts and uncles, like they're popping, and I go to their house and I'm like, oh, this is what rich people do. But then I go back to our house and I'm like, well, okay, could be worse.
Okay.
Anyway, so you're on a tennis court.
So I'm on a tennis court.
You
My
think
friends
you're
are
about
playing.
to smoke
I'm taking
weed.
a couple of hits. I had maybe 2 or 3 hits. They stopped. They took a couple. I'm sitting there watching them play tennis in slow motion. Everything, the sounds. I mean, it was just almost like captions, just going. I can't explain it other than it was just like something you'd see in slow motion. And at that point, I said, I have to get out of here. So I walked to my house, and I remember my parents being in the kitchen, and they said to me, what's the matter? And I said, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. And I walked in, and I was in that room for, I think, almost 48 hours.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So do you know for sure that it was angel dust?
I do know for sure.
Okay.
I do. And that was the last time I did it.
Yeah. Damn. What did Claire and Arthur think of your drug usage?
Well, that's kind of an interesting scenario there. My mom would always know if we were smoking in the house. She'd be out.
You would smoke in the house?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
Oh,
you
yeah.
did not give a fuck.
Yeah, we'd open up the windows and try to, blow the smoke out. But yeah, we were, just didn't care.
Do you remember one time? This is so embarrassing. I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast before, but senior year of high school, I took a class trip to Italy.
Okay. I remember that.
Yeah. It wasn't like not everyone from the school, but they had this option. Right. Like some people could go if they wanted to and whatever. So I went on this trip to Italy with some people from my school. Mm-hmm. And we had 2 layovers in Turkey. So we were in Istanbul.
Yeah. That was in middle school, right?
No, high school.
Oh, it was high school.
Yes.
Okay.
Senior year of high school.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, we go on this trip, and in Istanbul, they have these like markets, mm-hmm. and you can buy a bunch of stuff and bargain and whatever. Right. And I bought this really cool like evil eye ashtray. It was this blue ashtray. And I was smoking cigarettes in high school. I don't know if you know that. When I was 17, I started smoking cigarettes. Anyway, I kept it pretty low key.
Yeah.
And I remember one time you were cleaning out my car and you said, "Why are there so many lighters in here?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just my friends. We like to collect them." Anyway.
Yeah, and I was so gullible, I fell for it.
Yeah. Anyway, so I bought this ashtray, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm like, I live at home with my parents. Like, when am I ever going to use this? Like, I just want to use this ashtray. Like, it was so important to me to use this ashtray. And at the time, I had been going on Omegle a lot, which is a chat room where you can video chat with people from all over the world. It's very gross and dark. But there were a lot of people from like New York or from like Europe and stuff, and they were like kids my age, and they would be at least I thought they were my age, and they would be smoking in their room, and I'm like, that's so cool that they can just like smoke indoors. Like, that's so European and cool. But in America, if you do that, it's like, ugh, it's kind of gross.
Especially in California.
Yeah. And so I wanted to just use this ashtray and smoke in my room and feel like an adult. And so I was in my room. You were home with my former stepmom. Everyone was home. It was like, afternoon time. And I opened the window in my room and I shut my door. I didn't have a lock on it. And I thought, no one's going to smell this. I'm in my room. I'm blowing it out the window. And all of a sudden, Leanna opens the door and I run over and I slam it shut like so hard. And she's like, "What are you doing in here?" And I was like, "Leave me alone. It's none of your business." And I was freaking out. Like, my heart was racing so bad. I was like so embarrassed. I like lit it. I put it out. I hid it in my closet, and my room smelled so bad. And like, I didn't get in trouble. I got in trouble for yelling and for being dramatic, but
yeah, but you did that a lot.
Oh yeah, I was the queen of drama.
Yes.
Drama queen.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my story.
What are we getting back to?
We're not getting back to anything really. Why are you taking me off the phone plan, Larry?
Oh. Well, it's not because I'm upset with you. It's more so with my carrier who, I don't want to mention names. Let's put him on
blast.
No, I don't want to do that.
Maybe if anyone at Verizon is listening, they'll be so nice as to not rip us off every month.
I think they take advantage of the elderly, and I'm going to put myself. I have my AARP card, so I'm considered.
Shout out AARP.
Socials. I'm right there. I'm old, even though I don't want to admit it, but I think they take advantage of people coming in there because we don't know about, shit you're talking about blasting shit and all that. I mean, I don't get it. So I went in there to get a phone that I thought I lost.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, I remember this.
And so I went in, and the gentleman that always takes care of me, he really does. He bends me over. That's how he takes care of me. But I ended up, and it's okay. I said, I lost my phone, can't find it. I need, to get a replacement. I have a warranty. Well, you do. He tells me, yes, you do have a warranty, but tell you what, instead of doing that, you're going to have to wait, and it takes a while. You don't want to be out without your phone. We can set you up with the same phone, but wait, there's more. I'll give you an iPhone 6S.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'll have a backup phone just in case I lose my other fucking phone. Anyway, make a long story short, he says it's only going to be maybe $5-6 more a month. I said, you know what? Okay,
Fuck
sounds
it. I'm
great.
balling.
I'm doing it. Anyway, my bill comes. It's $50+ more.
Who are you?
And at the time, I was going through my surgery for my shoulder, and I just didn't want to go down there, and I'm just stewing about this. I think you got me talking about
You were fired
this.
up. You were on the phone,
I was hot.
I got it on my Instagram.
Yeah. So anyway, they said it was going to end pretty soon, and I was going to go back to my usual payment. But
okay, I think we've had enough of the story. At least I have. Yeah, so Verizon's canceled. We might be switching our services, Verizon, so watch out. The Macofsky family is moving. Maybe.
Moving where?
To AT&T or Sprint or something. One of those broke.
T-Mobile.
One of those broke people plans.
Well.
It's embarrassing. Hey. Anyway. Well, what was it like? I'm so curious about this, and I might have asked you before. Yeah. But I have a joke about, I don't know if you know, but I have a joke about your name. I started doing a joke about
Larry?
You being named Larry. The joke, I don't want to ruin it. I'm about to start headlining shows in the new year, which I'm very nervous about, but excited for. So I don't want to ruin this bit before I do it, but I have a joke about how, you and Mom are divorced, and you guys are both complicated people. There's probably many reasons why, divorce was, there.
Yes.
But I think the biggest reason for the divorce is because your name is Larry, and I just don't think that that's the name of a man who's going to stick around and provide for a family. It's just a weird name. It's not a name that you see long term.
It's a name that gets no respect.
It's not even short for Lawrence. Like, where did Larry come from? Like,
my parents didn't name me Lawrence. It's a true Larry.
Yeah, but why? Why Larry?
You know what? I think the next podcast should be with Claire.
With Grandma
Claire.
If we can get her ass out here.
Well, she can't get up the steps.
She cannot get up we'd have to do it downstairs. Yeah, downstairs pod.
But you know what? I see.
Do you
where
like
you're
your
coming
name?
From. I don't. I really don't.
If you could choose your name, what would you choose?
Snake. I like Snake. Snake Bliskin. I've always liked that. But Macofsky.
I think you just want to be a porn star. Snake?
Yeah.
Or that's so weird. Snake.
Hey, Snake. And I want to wear like an eye patch too. I think that would be cool. I've just always wanted to do that. You don't know that. But getting back to Larry, I mean, I just hated it. Because it was always like, in commercials, it was always like the guy, the dumbass. Me, Larry.
Yeah, it's always a dumbass.
It's always, you're getting dumped on. You're killing me, Larry. Yeah.
We can do. I think I get that from you. The impressions. I think we're both decent. Yeah. Like, we're not great. Like, we could never go on the road doing impressions. No. But I think we have a good good idea.
I pick up on people.
Yeah, me too.
When they start talking, if they have a funny voice, there's a guy in the cigar line. He talks like this. So I start talking like that.
I noticed you also do it with the housekeepers, which that's not good.
I know
it's bad. It's not woke of you, but I'll cut you some. Do you know what woke means? Mm-hmm. Woke is like being up with the times and being
I ain't woke.
You're not woke. Yeah, I know. That's why I was worried to have you on.
I ain't woke.
But don't lean into it right now. This isn't the platform to do that. But I do notice that when the housekeepers are over, you try and speak Spanish, and you don't speak Spanish. But you'll speak English, but you'll try and do it with an accent. Yeah, and it's bad. Yeah. You can't do that.
I know.
It's bad.
Yeah, okay.
It's bad.
I won't start. But it is bad.
I'm
not doing it to be mean.
I know, and that's just the time we live in.
Or if I'm with somebody, if I'm with a friend and she's Spanish and she speaks fluently and we're at a Mexican restaurant, I always want her to order or them to order in Spanish. It's like, talk to him in Spanish.
Yeah, I have a friend, Russian
like
Danny. And
does he do the same thing?
When he talks on the phone with his family, he speaks Russian, and it's just like, yeah, I think that we're just curious people, and we like to. I think we're also people pleasers, so we want to like assimilate to what people do, but we don't pull it off with quite the tact that is needed. Yeah, the grace. You do. Oh, before you got here, I was doing 94.7 The Wave. You know, the radio station?
Right.
On the commercials, when they go, 94.7 The Wave. That's pretty good, right?
I think it's great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so what do I do?
Well, what you did your Rodney earlier.
Right.
I used to do Ellen DeGeneres. Do you remember? I would like put on a little vest and do a dance around the house.
Oh yeah, you could do that. You were a great dancer.
Yeah, I would always do Shakira.
Yeah, you used to do the
baby, when you
the
talk
tweaking?
like that.
Yeah.
Tweaking? It's twerking.
Oh, twerking.
I wasn't twerking. Twerking wasn't a thing yet, but I would do the I want tonight on my hips.
No, we always said you had a great voice, great dancer.
I'm the most talented of my sisters, right?
Absolutely.
Who do you think's the prettiest Macofsky sister?
I think all of you.
One time, though, I was going through a crisis. I got my hair done, and it was really bad, and I was crying, and I was like, I look so ugly. And you go, don't tell anyone. But, you know, people say that you're the prettiest when I show them pictures.
Well, you have your moments.
I do. I've
You know, right now is not one of your moments.
It's not a good time.
No.
I would agree with you on that.
Is it that time?
It's that time. I'm not looking. My skin is broken out. My eyes are bloodshot. I raised 3 girls,
so I know all that stuff. You know, the cycles. Yeah, I'm
That's woke.
With that.
That's woke.
I'm woke on
the
that.
period.
I'm woke on that.
It's that Gucci gang shit, and it's that period shit.
Yeah.
Dad,
But anyway,
can I show you a video? I want to show you a TikTok.
Now, if you haven't seen her with a shaved head, I think she has such a beautiful head. She's got the head for no hair.
Yeah, I think it looks nice.
I think it looks great. So if you ever get cancer, I think
oh my God.
You're in.
Yeah, I mean, I won't. I mean, I won't be. It's not like a good thing.
No, but you'd look great with cancer.
Oh my God. Okay, you're canceled. My dad's canceled.
Anyway.
This is bad. I'm canceled.
Wait, we have more to talk about.
I know. I just want to show you something.
Oh.
You keep talking.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was always I had this idea that I wanted to be a voiceover.
Oh,
because people would tell me, "Hey, what a great voice you have." Right?
Why don't you do
Anthony?
I have some industry listening. I have some agents and managers.
I, however, think I can't stand listening to myself. Excuse me.
Sorry, keep going.
No phone.
Hold on. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just getting it queued up.
Anyway, so it was, you know, that guy who would do the trailers for In a World.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to be that guy.
Okay, do it.
No, well, I don't have any. I have to have lines. I can't just make things up.
Well, what's a movie that you really like? What's one of your favorite movies? My favorite is Borat.
Really?
One of my favorite movies is Borat Panic Room with Jodie Foster and Kristen Stewart. One of my favorite movies. I just watched a movie called The Gift. Have you seen this movie with
yeah, with what's his name from that series?
Katie Holmes is in it.
Oh, no, it's not the same one.
No, it might be. It has an all-star cast. It's
is it new or has it been out?
No, it's from like 2000. It's like pre 9/11.
No, is it the one where they leave a package on the?
No,
doorstep?
It's this girl who's a clairvoyant.
Oh.
And there's a murder in her town, and they don't really believe her, but she knows who did it. Kate Blanchett, Keanu Reeves.
Thank you, Anthony. All right.
Anyway, that's a good movie that I just saw.
Well,
why don't you just do one of your favorite movies, but narrate it like you're doing the trailer?
Well, that I just can't do it.
You can.
No, I can't.
In a World.
Because I can't.
Well, see, you're blowing your shot.
Right. I know. I am.
There's no second chances in Hollywood, Larry.
Okay, forget it. See, and that's the whole thing.
That's
I'm done.
the whole thing. You're done.
You know, your mother used to do that to me.
What?
You won't be able to do that. You can't even read.
I mean, that's true. She's not wrong.
Well,
you can't read. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't read a lot when I was.
Can I show you this? So, do you
know the only book I read when I was younger?
What?
The only book I read from front to back?
What?
Everything You Want to Know About Sex. That book with all the illustrations. When I was 13, I read that thing front and back.
Okay, that's enough, Larry. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's disgusting. Yeah. That's too much. See,
Anthony knows what I'm talking about.
You just go. I tell you where the line is. I set up boundaries with you, and I go, "Here's the line."
About that shit.
No, but we're not. Okay, you are, but I'm not.
Really?
I'm not comfortable with it. Yes, there's a line, and you have to know when to stop.
I don't know that.
Well, then I'm stopping you, and I just told you, and then you kept going. Ay, ay, ay. It's a nightmare.
All right.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna change the mood.
Okay.
There's this app called TikTok.
Okay.
People post videos on there. They're short videos. They can be up to a minute, but most people just post 15-second videos. Okay. It can be anything. There's this one girl who I love on it. Her name's Jasmine Orlando. She is a single queen. You can call her Shoddy or Shorty or Vanessa. That's her middle name. As fuck. And I just want you to watch this and just I just want you to see my queen.
Okay.
Vanessa?
How about butt ugly?
Hey. That's my queen. This is a positive podcast, Dad. Please do not disrespect her. She is a single queen. It's that Gucci gang shit and it's that period
There's a reason
shit.
She's a single queen.
Dad, do not. That is rude. She's like 17 years old. She celebrated her birthday and she's thriving on TikTok. Well, okay, whatever.
Yeah, there's a reason she's thriving on TikTok.
Dad, stop. Do not disrespect my princess. No. She's we protect her at all costs in this house. We stand a legend.
There's no queen. There's no
stop,
king
Dad.
to the queen.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Not ever.
Okay, I don't like this. This is taking a turn. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I think you've kind of revealed. I don't want to know anymore.
Well, what about
what?
I feel like you weren't that involved in my life growing up, so maybe this is like a good opportunity for you. Busy doing what?
Busy.
Okay.
Running around.
I know you were busy with all the women in the neighborhood.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
I had to get cheap help to keep an eye on you while I was working.
Is there anything you want to know about me growing up? Like, do you know anything about me? Do you know my middle name? Do you
Catherine.
know that you...
Is it Catherine?
It is Catherine.
Okay.
Do you know...
With a C or a K?
A C.
Okay.
Growing up, I asked my dad when I was born. Because when you're young, you don't know... Like, you know when you ask a kid what their birthday is and they don't know? They're like, I don't know. I'm 6.5. And you're like, okay.
Oh.
I asked you what year I was born, and you said 1994, and so
95.
and I never did the math, and so for like a full year, I was telling people I was born in 94, but the math didn't add up. I mean, it just shows the type of parent you were. But I'm,
But it's a year.
No regrets.
Did I get the month right?
Yeah, I mean, I knew the date I was born. I just didn't know the year.
Well, you know what helped me remember your month, because after September 11th. It's like, I know it's
before
September. I know it's September 6th, but I always remember that.
My birthday is September 8th.
I mean 8th. No, it's 6th.
It's the 8th. Really? No, it's the 8th, yeah.
Oh, September 8th. I knew that because of September 11th.
Yeah. Where were you on September 11th?
I was at home in my little 2-bedroom apartment down in downtown Long Beach.
Were we in Long Beach at that time?
Yeah.
I thought we were in
divorced
Tanglewood.
or separated. No.
I don't think I remember 9/11.
No, you were
I remember the aftermath of it. Like, I remember
how
it
old
on
were
the
you?
news.
You were born in 94,
I was 5
right?
or 6. No, I had just turned 6.
That was a joke.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, I know. It's all about you.
It is. I mean, this is my podcast.
That's true.
Have you had fun so far? Do you think this is cool?
This is great. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Maybe we can do it a little closer to Long Beach next time.
Well, probably not, but thanks for coming up here.
I loved it.
How much time has it been so far? 45. Okay. Do you have anything else you want to talk about, Dad?
No, I think for me, just
you know what I want to do? I think this could be a fun segment. Because you're like we mentioned, you're kind of a little bit of a perv. Mm-hmm. You're not active. You do have an Instagram account, but you're not active on it.
No.
You don't really use it that much.
I do not.
But I imagine that if you were my age or if you were more active on Instagram, you would be DMing women left and right. You'd be sending a lot of nasty messages on Instagram. And I just want you to know that I get nasty messages a lot. And so I just want you to know what it's like to be a girl my age. And so that way you know next time you might want to say something inappropriate to a woman, what it might come. I want you to just picture.
Oh, so you're going to show me some comments?
Yeah, I want you to read some of the messages I get.
Okay.
Okay.
You really want me to?
I mean, it's just hard to find because, there's so many, you're the funniest. It's so.
Well, bringing this up, I think it brings me to something that happened not so long ago.
Wait, what? No. What are you about to say?
Just when we were driving in Hollywood.
I don't want to get into it.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
We were at a stop.
Correct.
We were at a red light and
Okay.
someone was crossing the street. A woman was crossing the street. And I'm with you in the car. And you're just staring. It wasn't just a quick glance. I get a quick glance, a little brief. But you like to put on a show in front of me. I don't know why. You're staring at this woman like a predator and prey. It's disgusting. You're just staring at her walking by. And then you make ooga eyes at me. What do you want me to do? Haha, yeah, that's nice. We should say something.
I'm getting a bad rap on this one. That's her side of the pancake.
Well, that's the pancake. The pancake is the pancake.
There is another side of that pancake, and it comes out a lot cleaner than your side of the pancake. Yeah. Okay. All it was she was dressed very...
She was wearing leggings. She was in workout attire.
Yeah, and she looked very attractive. She was a good-looking woman, and I just happened to just watch her as she walked across. What was I supposed to do? Just stare at the fucking red light?
Yes! Pay attention to the road.
What? Oh, I'll stare at that. Boy, that's exciting. No.
Just briefly, a brief glance will suffice.
So
you don't need to make eyes at me.
You're making the rules of how long I can look at somebody. That doesn't make any sense.
No, you can look, but not when I'm in the car.
But I didn't even know you. I forgot that you were in the car, but I don't even think it would matter. And then then she's looking at me with these eyes that would... I thought she was going to kill me.
Yeah, because it's disgusting.
And I said, why are you looking at me?
Because guys do that to me.
I mean, but you're watching my every move when I'm driving.
Some
if
guy
there's a
said
woman,
you're sexy.
It's like you're waiting. Oh, really?
Yeah, you're.
Oh, let me just forward it over to me.
You want this guy?
Oh, a guy. No.
Yeah. Why would you?
I thought it was a...
No. Wait. Oh, no. It went away.
How do you know? We're not on right now, right?
What? No, this is in my DMs.
Oh.
So people send me DMs, saying whatever.
DMs.
Yeah, direct messages.
Oh.
Damn, I guess I don't get that. I mean, I get it.
You gotta teach me how to do all this stuff.
No, I'm not teaching you at all. No.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty funny. 200, Dad. Okay. Someone asked me. They said $200 for feet pics? ? Do you think I should do that?
$200?
This guy offered me $200 for feet pics.
Hell yeah.
You think so?
I'd do it.
Should I send him a picture of your feet?
I got ugly ass feet, but if they want to see my goddamn feet,
should I show him?
I'll take $100.
Someone said nice beehole to me.
Nice beehole.
Yeah, that's short for asshole.
Oh, well, how would they know?
I don't know.
Seen your beehole?
I don't know.
Weird people.
I know.
God, sick.
Isn't that weird?
Sick fucks.
Someone said you're really average and cute as fuck at the same time. LOL. I can't explain.
Oh, this is Gio. Okay. Yeah.
I'm average and cute at the same time. Someone said stupid sexy, Allie.
Okay. So people have opinions like they do.
That doesn't bother you at all?
No.
You're not like, guys, stop. You don't care.
It's just words. It's just, no. It shouldn't bother you either. You shouldn't even be looking at that shit.
I know. I love it, though.
Yeah. See? That's probably how you lost your fanny pack. I don't even want to know how much she lost because I lose $1 and I'm crying.
That's because you're broke.
No, that's because I'm Jewish.
Oh, you're canceled. You just canceled yourself. Someone said I'm thick. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, you're thick. You got thick thighs.
Thick, yeah.
Well, you do. You are a thick woman.
Okay, please stop.
It's nothing wrong with that.
I know, but just stop.
Oh, my God.
The tension on this episode is crazy. Okay. I gotta go before we really get canceled.
Anyway, this was fun, though.
This was fun. I'm glad that you were here. Yeah. Just a little update on my life, since you don't pay attention, and this is a good place to get your attention. You really don't.
And if I do, then I forget 5 minutes after.
Yeah. Okay, so what happened this week? Since the last time we talked? What did I do? I did some shows. That was fun.
Right?
Yeah,
in Arizona, I heard you killed it.
I killed it.
Yeah.
I went to Long Beach. I did the Laugh Factory in Long Beach.
You got your eyes checked?
I did get my eyes checked.
Are you getting new?
I'm getting new lenses in my Ray-Bans. Yeah. I have I have sunglasses that are Ray-Bans prescription, but I'm getting them with clear frames. I'm switching the lenses out. It's gonna look cool. And they're gonna have a.
But you don't need glasses.
Pink. Yeah, I do. My right eye's bad.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. My right eye got bad. My left eye got better.
Maybe you'll wear that eye patch I was talking about.
Yeah, I'll call myself Snake. I'll be Snake.
Yeah, pretty cool. Have matching eye bands.
Yeah, I guess that was it. But
Yeah.
New Year's Eve. I know. New Year's Eve, I make it look like I'm not boring, but it's very boring. I'm going to Plano, Texas on New Year's Eve with Tony Hinchcliffe. We're doing 2 shows in Plano, Texas. Nice. So if you're in the area, come out to a show. And then I'm going to be in Tempe, Arizona, March 5th through 7th.
Yeah.
I'm doing some college gig in Connecticut. And then I'm going to be at the Helium Comedy Club in Portland. And these are all, for the most part, like headlining shows.
And they're paying.
Which I've never done before. And they're paying. So please come out. Stay tuned for that. I'm nervous. I just did 30 minutes the other night. And I was like, it'll be good, though. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
You know, I just so you know, I don't pay attention. I'm not like just obsessed with all your shows and your comedy that you do. But I saw a little blurb of one of your shows, and it was really good. I mean, I've seen the progress that you've made from the early days till now. So I am really proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Except you were talking about something that was very inappropriate.
Oh, okay. Now I can't say inappropriate things. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to another episode. Let me know what you think of my dad in the comments. Please rate and review, subscribe. What do you think?
Are you going to pay for my guest?
No, I'm not. I'm driving
a V8.
Okay, goodbye. Bye. Thank you, Larry Macofsky.